So to me, that's my biggest issue with the whole importing men is that how do you really know that this person likes you for you and that you're just not a trip to America? You're just not a trip out of poverty. Hi, I'm Ngozi,
and this is Nnena.
Alright, and today on Ejima, we're going to be talking about a topic that may seem a little weird, but in this part of the world where we are, is becoming very common occurrence.
Very common.
We're going to talk about importing men.
Okay, so I don't know if most of you watch 90 Day Fiancé. I personally don't. But we all know about Angela, Michael. Like, even if you don't watch it, you've seen a meme,
yes.
You've seen something on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Even probably they might even have a YouTube channel by now. He was chilling with Davido, and I'm just at a point. And Gus doesn't want to disclose her age, but for me, I'm proud of my age. Maybe she has a different age.
Anyway, we're
our birthday just passed. I'm at a tender. Let's call it a tender age, right? And I've noticed a trend here in New Jersey that a lot of girls like me and Ngozi that were born and raised in America, maybe went to Nigeria a few times in their life, are importing husbands.
And when we say import, we don't want to make it seem like it's a bag of rice, like it's vegetables. That's our just little fun twist to it of basically saying bringing men from abroad, not from abroad, bringing men from Africa, specifically Nigeria, to America. And number one, this disclaimer, love is love. Everyone has their own preference of what they want to do. There's no one place to judge anybody else because you could be dealing with someone in America who's a joke, and someone with someone far away who's serious about them.
And I have a close friend.
I've even tried it, so I'm not going to sit here and knock it. She's tried. Probably everyone has at this point. It's become a trend. But my biggest concern with the whole idea, of the importing of men is just the genuinity of it. Because let's be real, genuity of it. Yes, that's a word. Let's be real. You go back home, Africa, and you just see the condition of things. And you see that no one has to tell you that you being in America, you are privileged. Hallelujah. It doesn't mean that your life is better. It doesn't mean I don't watch YouTubers who lives I would never live, who live in Nigeria, who have way more money than I ever will have. But that's a handful. That's not a majority.
Exactly.
The average, you cannot compare the average person living in a country like Nigeria to the average person in America. Not in terms of the quality of life, but in terms of just the access to resources. Yeah. Like right now, I'm going to school right now. If it wasn't for loans, I would have never went to school because no one has money to pay just American tuition cash, opposed to somewhere over there that they don't really have loans like that. So if you're going to college, your parents have to be able to pay for it, or like a family member, or you're going to be sitting around till you're 25 just looking around. So of course, the access to things in America are just way more.
Let's get back to the point.
Let's get to the point is that when you go there, you just see how the guys specifically respond to you, and it's just so hard sometimes to really defer, like if it's really because of anything specific to you or it's based on what they can gain from you or being with you. So to me, that's my biggest issue with the whole importing men is that how do you really know that this person likes you for you and that you're just not a trip to America? You're just not a trip out of poverty.
Even besides that point, let's forget about. Let's say the guy really loves you for you. He's not a trip. He's been coming to America before you even knew what America was. His parents are. My issue is just the logistics of it.
The logistics.
So like the other day, I'm gonna be real with y'all. My aunt calls me from Nigeria, right? And she's a lovely, she's technically my cousin, lovely woman. And like I understand people looking out for us because we're not babies. We're getting older. Let's be real. Like people trying to have kids. So she's been trying to introduce us to guys who all live in Nigeria. So okay, let's break it down. How do I get to know someone who lives across the ocean?
When I go to Nigeria once
a year, if that.
So
so what is the logistics? Are we just gonna go on WhatsApp and FaceTime maybe if you have an iPhone? Or we're just gonna do video call and then I see you once a year for 2 weeks?
I get tired after 2 months.
Like how can I say I really know someone and I see them once a year for 2 weeks? And so me, that's what we're saying. The situation, like I said, there's no judgment-free zone. There are things that can help this type of situation work better and more efficiently. Resources, like we say again, if you're dating someone in another country but they have money or they're decent off, then not everyone is the Michelangelo story. You know what I mean? And you could date someone there who has resources. They can fly you over to them. They could even come to where you are, or you guys can meet at a central location. But in terms of me, like I haven't been on a plane since August, and before that was January coming back from Nigeria.
she's different. I don't fly like that. So
I don't even travel.
she's gonna fly like 6 times this year. Me, I'm different. I don't even get on planes like that. I don't get on planes like that. So it's like for me to be dating somebody far, I don't want to be someone always having to go see them. Like that's a lot. Like
traveling, they're paying for it.
Even if they're paying for it, that makes it better, of course. But traveling is not easy on the body, on the mind, especially somewhere like Nigeria. You need to like mentally be on another level mentally to even get to that country because it's very stressful. So I don't want to be the person always having to leave my comfort zone and start flying out to see somebody. And you think about logistics. Okay, maybe you're in school, maybe you have work. You're in America. You get 2 weeks a year. Like, how are you gonna get time off? How do you get time to even go fly to that person?
Just to sum it up, my only concern with this importation of husbands is just that I notice that a lot of girls that are doing it are older.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they're doing it out of pressure to get married and start for children,
or whether they genuinely
really like this guy, and vice versa. Like, she don't talk about the genuinity of the guy.
Let's talk about the genuinity of the girl.
You're right. Like, do you really even care about this guy? Like, is he anything special to her? Just like, I'm 31. My fertility is dropping. Like, these men in America are not serious.
So let me go
to Nigeria. I know a guy that's gonna like me, even if I have one eye, even if I have this, even if I'm gonna find somebody. So it's just, that's my issue too. Is that like, are girls doing it because are they doing it like as a last resort? Like, I can't meet anyone, especially for specifically Igbo girls, a lot of them who just want to be with an Igbo guy. So in America, and we've noticed here that, people settle down much later. A lot of these Igbo guys here don't really even care for marrying a Nigerian girl. They date all different Spanish, Caucasian, white, Black American.
No shit, that's fine.
And that they're being open-minded,
but our women aren't as open-minded.
Exactly. So you gotta look at it for the logistics. Okay, if there's 100 Igbo guys, or like 100 guys, let's specifically do Igbo, but anyone can relate to this. 100 Igbo guys and 100 Igbo girls, and 95 of the Igbo girls want an Igbo guy, but only about 30 of the Igbo guys care about marrying an Igbo girl. What's gonna happen?
Is the number.
We're gonna have to go somewhere and bring in those
Igbo guys.
We're gonna it's just the it's just the reality behind it. Like, people may say, oh, they're desperate, that this. I don't necessarily call it that. It's just that they want to hold on to their culture, and if their culture is
marrying someone from their culture, something they really value.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, it's kind of worrisome. Like, there's Igbo men in America. Like, even if there's only 30 of them, like, is it hard to find one of those 30? Like, aren't they still here?
They don't come out. Like when they be in their house.
Like I don't. It's just so many. Like, I can't knock the girls that are doing it. But at the same time, I just don't want it to be a case of like marrying a stranger to marry them. Then a year later, you realize, I don't like this man. This man is annoying. He's chauvinistic. He's this. He's that. He doesn't respect me.
Because the thing we're saying is that a lot of people doing it, they're like us. So it's different to me when I see like another like a Nigerian born person doing it. I don't think it's that big of a deal because I feel like they have that cultural relation. Like, if I meet someone someone around my age and they like only been here a few years and they go and get married in Nigeria, maybe they knew that person before they came here, or maybe they could only date a Nigerian person because they're so into their culture, they lived there their whole life.
But it's weird. What's becoming bizarre is that it's American people that are talking like me.
Yeah, like going and getting to Nigeria probably like 2 times in their life.
Yeah,
and then you're going there to get married to bring. It just isn't. I'm not, like I said, it's not a judgment-free zone, but it's just a lot of sign. It just could throw off a lot of like, okay. Like, what is really the motive?
Especially 90 Day Fiancé is not helping, because that's even, come on, everyone knows Michael does not, Michael, if it wasn't that he was in his situation, there's no way he'll go for Angela. There's no way a young guy like that wants Angela. Like, no offense, she's a nice woman, but he says it, yay, I want to come to America! Like, he wants to come to America. Like, that's the main reason why.
My thing is that you have to understand, even, okay, we talk about logistics. You talk about logistics of dating. So let's talk about logistics when you guys are actually even married. And, you come to a country like this, maybe you didn't go to school here, you're getting your paperwork together. In terms of work opportunities, you're very limited.
Even us that are born here, I've been looking for a job for months.
I'm
still looking.
You have a lot of limitations on the type of work you go. So if you come here, you're going to be doing some low-paying menial job, even if it's just for the beginning. You're not going to come here and all of a sudden you're not going to come here today and next month be making thousands a week. It doesn't work that way. So if you're a female, you're already established. There's another trend about a lot of these women that are doing it, they have very good careers. So it's not like they're like working for $10 an hour and they go and marry someone and bring them here. No, like they're professionals, like nurses, like doctors, like good jobs. So they're professional women. So in that transition point and the time that they come in and get their feet on the ground, are you supporting them?
Who else?
Are they helping you pay the rent? Are you guys splitting bills? Basically, are you taking care of a man?
even if you are, like I said, no judgment free zone, but is it really that deep? Like, do you feel as if that's what you have to do?
And are you gonna do that and be throwing it in his face?
Exactly.
Like,
I don't like that
either.
for job. Oh, because I brought you to America.
You know, different folks, different strokes.
It's
No
just
judgment.
Yeah, my mother like really. That's like her dream for us to go to Nigeria and find someone, get married, bring them here, have them live in her house supposedly until
Allegedly.
like she's just making it sound so simple.
So
and she just
easy.
cause even if I date someone in Nigeria and I'm telling her right now, oh mom, I'm going to Nigeria for a week, she'll look at me like I'm crazy. I'm about to go stay. Who am I staying with?
Why don't get pregnant?
Yeah, she'll be the first one acting crazy. So I don't know how she thinks that all of this is so simple and it's just gonna happen overnight. When
You know, and I'm trying to be, but you know that evil history book that's taking me years to finish. There's actually a chapter that talked about the history of send me a wife. Back when the Igbo people were in the war, Igbo men were in the war, they were given wives with a picture. You'd send them a picture of the soldier, and then you would send a picture to them of their wife, and people really. So I feel like it's part of their culture that they don't really think you really need to stay with somebody to know them.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like they used to kind of do arranged marriages, kind of. So for them, it's like they're not looking at spend time and get to know him.
Yeah.
What you'll know him when you guys get married.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're not really big on that. Like
the whole dating, the American concept of dating and getting
which has its negative aspects as well.
Yeah.
People date here for 10 years, they still tell you, the guy will still tell you he doesn't know what he wants after 10 years. Okay. But that's another video. We'll do that later. But basically, just sharing your thoughts. If are you guys open to
dating someone in another country? Dating someone in another country? Have you tried it?
It doesn't have to be just in Nigeria.
It could be good stories. Some people work for
Europe.
them.
Like some people, do you have a man in Europe?
Yeah.
Are you dating a woman in
It may even be another state. You may be in America and dating someone in California and you're in New York. Or you could be in Nigeria and dating someone from 2 different states. Like,
is your person in Dubai?
Yeah.
So there's so many countries. I don't want to just make sense, but I'm just saying the trend I've noticed, these men are coming from Nigeria. And the women are living in the tri-state area. Of the United States of America. Tri-state includes what? New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, whatever. So just let us know your thoughts. Like, are we overthinking it? Like, do you feel as if
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Do you think that like do you guys think that you would be able to tell if a man is really just trying to use you? Do you think that you just have to have game? Like, do you feel like as if you just need to be
you have to pray about it, discernment? Does it show up over time? It's something that you'll eventually see with time. Like,
and honestly, is there something wrong with a guy wanting you because he wants to come to America?
Yeah, like
doesn't mean he can't still love
you. It's a fetish, same way people fetishize you for your body or for
because you're tall.
Yeah,
because you have a big butt.
That fetish could be that you're abroad. So is that necessarily a bad fetish?
Don't use fetish. It's not a fetish. What makes them attracted to you? Same way someone could be attracted to you because of your money, or because of your height, or because of your status. So like, isn't necessarily even if if the reason they like you is because they want to come to America, does that mean they don't love you? So just let us know your thoughts. Okay, we'll see you later.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And like.
Bye.